Hello everyone. My name is Yash. I'm someone interested in learning Korean. Why? I don't know. It's like the middle of my midlife crisis, I guess. Really, I always wanted to learn a second language, and you know, accidentally I came across this video about Korean alphabet, and I just watched it because why the fuck not? And what was abundantly clear within like the first like few minutes was that a lot of the sounds that are in the Korean alphabet, they are like very familiar. They are the same sound that you will find in my native language, which is Hindi. So in and I had this general curiosity about Korean for the most part, and the one thing that I realized was that while a lot of the Korean teaching content that is on the platform on YouTube and stuff, it's really geared towards Western audience, because if it was geared towards a Hindi speaking audience, I think we would, for the most part, uh, we were for the most part we would find it a lot more easier. That's here neither here nor there. So what I'm going to do, I've enrolled in this Udemy course, uh, this I don't know what it's called, like 10 in 1, the complete Korean course for beginners, 10 course in 1. Yeah, so if you are interested, go ahead and subscribe. But if you are someone, if you want to learn with me, here's your chance. If you like to laugh at someone making an idiot out of themselves, trying something, here's another chance for yours truly. Yeah, this is going to be one of these things. Today we will be learning. Today we will be learning consonants and basic Hangul, and so let's get started. Let's not get bogged down by. I think I know what this is and what this isn't. Let's see what this is. Let's just check if you can see. Yeah, you can see. Sorry for the camera.
Hi there. So this video is all about the
equipment.
Korean alphabet, which is called Hangul. Hangul was created in the 15th century by Sejong Daewang. Sejong is the king's name. Dae means great and Wang means king. Hence the name Sejong Daewang. Now, if you ever get a chance to visit Seoul, you'll see a great big gold statue of Sejong Daewang near Gyeongbok Palace. Now, linguistically, Hangul is a relatively new writing system, but spoken Korean has existed for thousands of years before. Prior to Hangul, Koreans used Chinese characters for reading and writing. But Chinese characters are based on meaning rather than sound. So you can learn to read one character, but that only means you've mastered one character, and you have to learn thousands more to be able to read Chinese proficiently. As a result, illiteracy was common in Korea, and that's why Sejong Daewang created Hangul, an alphabet system based on sound rather than meaning, to enable Koreans to be able to read. The announcement of Hangul's creation was published in a document titled Hunmin Jeongeum, the proper sounds of the education of the people. And the date of its publication, October 9th, is Hangul Hangul Day in Korea. And this day is a public holiday, so Koreans have more than one reason to be thankful to King Sejong. Okay, so I think that's enough history lesson. Now the important thing I want to tell you is that Hangul is relatively easy to learn because similar to the Roman alphabet, it's made up of consonants and vowels. In Korean, there are 19 consonant letters and 21 vowel letters. Now in terms of actual number of letters, Hangul has more than English, as English has 21 consonants and 5 vowels. However, the two languages are very similar in terms of the number of consonant and vowel sounds, as Korean generally has the same number of sounds as the letters in Hangul, and English has 24 consonant sounds and 20 vowel sounds. So to read Korean, you have to learn the consonant and vowel letters, and then learn to combine them to make the proper sounds. Being able to read is an advantage when trying to learn a language, as once you can start reading, you can find any Korean text and start reading, and this will help you to develop vocabulary knowledge more quickly. Therefore, as you begin your journey to learn Korean, we want to help you develop your reading skills first, as this will help you to develop more quickly in the future. Great! Before we start learning how to read Korean, in the next lesson, we'll look at how Korean syllables are formed. I'll see you in that lesson. Bye-bye. Hi, and welcome to the lecture on Korean syllable formation. Now, Korean is what we call a syllabic timed language, as opposed to English, which is called a stress time language. In English, within a word with many syllables, we place greater emphasis on certain syllables. And these syllables with greater emphasis are called strong sounds, and the less emphasized syllables are called weak sounds. The emphasis on strong sounds is called stress, hence the name stress time language. Take a look at this sentence. This is a problem. This is a problem. When we say this sentence, we put more emphasis on the word this and the first syllable of problem. And other words and syllables become weak sounds. So we say, this is a problem. This is a problem. However, Korean language puts more or less equal emphasis on every syllable. There is no strong sound or weak sound in Korean. And this aspect of pronunciation is perhaps the single biggest difference between Korean and English. And this difference is also reflected in the way Hangul is written. Hangul is written in blocks of syllables. Each block contains a combination of consonants and vowels. The basic construct of Korean syllables is a consonant and a vowel combination, a CV combination. Here's an example. Ka, ka. This syllable is made up of the consonant letter ki역 and the vowel sound a. So together, this syllable is read ka, ka. In ka, the vowel letter a is positioned next to the consonant. However, in some syllables, the vowel letters can be positioned below the consonant letter. Here's an example. 구, 구. This syllable is made up of the consonant letter ki역 and the vowel sound u. So this syllable is 구, 구. Vowels that have a horizontal bar are always positioned below the consonant, whereas vertical vowels, such as a, are positioned next to the consonant. Now, one other important difference to note is that unlike English syllables, which can begin with a vowel letter, such as ant or ear, Korean syllables must begin with a consonant letter. So do keep that in mind. Now, Korean syllables can also have a CVC combination, a consonant-vowel-consonant combination. Here's an example. 감, 감. Here we have the consonant letter ki역, the vowel letter a, and a consonant letter 미음. When we have a CVC combination, the final consonant letter is always positioned at the bottom of the syllable. So everything has to be squeezed in a little to fit them in a syllable block. This final consonant letter is called 받침, 받침, which literally translates to support. 받침 is a really important concept in Korean, as it can dictate which particles are used with certain nouns, and it's also related to the pronunciation of Korean. Finally, we can also have a CVCC combination, a consonant, vowel, consonant, and consonant combination. And the final CC part is called 겹받침, and it translates to layered support. In Korean, there are altogether 11 types of 겹받침, and 겹받침 are always made up of two different consonants. Now, the important thing to note with 겹받침 is that we only pronounce one of the two consonants in the 겹받침. For example, this word is made up of the consonant 디귿, the vowel a, and the 겹받침 리을, 기역. And 리을 is similar to the English L, and 기역 is similar to the English G. But when we read this word, 리을 is silent, and we only pronounce the 기역. So this is red, tap, tap. In the old days, when Korean was first created, rather than sounding out one consonant only, these 겹받침 were a blend of the two consonants. But in modern Korean, we only read one consonant. So in these 8 겹받침, we read the first consonant, and in these 3 겹받침, we read the second consonant. Now, in the next unit, we will start learning all the different letters in Hangul, but I think it's good to have an overview of how Korean syllables are formed before then. In the next lecture, we will take a look at how Hangul is written. See you soon again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi there, and welcome to the video on how to write Hangul. Now, the basic concept of writing Hangul is that every writing stroke has to go from either left to right or top to bottom. And what that means is that no stroke can ever go from right to left or bottom to top. So the starting point of any stroke is the most top left point of a letter, or wherever it is that allows you to follow the principles of left to right and top to bottom. So here's how you write Tigit. As you can see, we first write left to right. Then in one stroke, we go top to bottom and then left to right. Now, wherever possible, mostly for efficiency reasons, we would complete the lines in one stroke, as long as we're following the principles of left to right and top to bottom. Let's look at another example. This time it's Lear. Now, obviously, this one has more lines than before. But again, we start from the top left point and we go left to right and then top to bottom in one stroke. And we can do that because we're following the principles of left to right and top to bottom. Then, as you can see, we come back to the left again so that we can go from left to right in a single stroke. And since we can't continue the stroke from this point, we come to where the stroke began, and the third stroke moves from top to bottom and then left to right in one stroke to complete the consonant. Again, the important aspect of this is that we're continuously following the principles of left to right and top to bottom. Let's look at some vowels. First, we have the vowel ah. This is fairly simple. We go top to bottom, and as we can't continue the stroke, we come back to the middle point and complete the vowel with another stroke, this time left to right. Let's look at a slightly more complex vowel. This vowel is wa. We still follow the same principle, but we begin with this stroke from top to bottom. Then we come back to this point and make the second stroke left to right. Then we go to the top to bottom here, and the fourth stroke completes this vowel with a left to right. And again, hi everyone, so before we get into the actual lessons on learning about Hangul, I wanted to explain a little bit about Korean pronunciation. Now, the major aim of this course is for you to learn the Hangul letters, so that you can start reading Hangul, which ultimately will help you to learn Korean more quickly. And in order to learn the Hangul letters, I'll point out a Roman alphabet letter that produces a similar sound to the Hangul letter, so that we can make that connection and learn the letter.
Yeah, this is the problem I was talking about. And I guess it is a problem if you are me. If it's not a problem if you are someone from West. The Roman letter he's saying, like, a lot of the sounds that are in Korean, they are just not in English. And so now he's going to make something of it. It's not like it's bad. It's like, for me it is unnecessary. Like, I'm not gonna say it's a waste of my time so much that like we could be going so much faster than this.
Quickly. However, there is a slight problem with this because ultimately Korean consonants don't match up well with consonants in the Roman alphabet. So I'm going to explain why they don't match up well so that you have a better idea of how Korean consonant sounds are produced, and also so that you're not confused when I say this sounds like this in English, but then it sounds a little different. Okay, so to better understand the differences in the sounds of consonants,
I don't really need this.
Hi, welcome to the first lesson on learning the consonants and vowels in Hangul. As we mentioned before, Hangul has 19 consonants and 21 vowel letters. And of these, there are 14 basic consonants and 10 basic vowels. And over the next 7 lectures, we're going to focus on learning the 14 basic consonants. In this lesson, we'll focus on the first two, which are kiok and nian. The first consonant letter is called kiok, and kiok is written like this. Kiok is similar to the ha.
You know what? Let's do something interesting here. Let's see. Can you give me Hindi alphabet equivalent of Korean consonants? So even this is not like really accurate. But this is like, it's certainly better than, like, you trying to make sense of it with English alphabets. Okay. So that would be a g, k, k.
G sound in give and gap. Let's try to make the kiok sound together. And as we do, make sure to look at the letter so that you can make the connection between the sound and the letter. K,
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 k.
k. Great. Now, I think it's important for us to practice combining the consonants and vowels and reading the syllables together. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to introduce the vowel letter A. A, as you can probably tell, is similar to the A sound in bag and cat. So when we combine kiok and A, it's ku, A, ku, A, ka, ka. Let's try to read this syllable together. And just as we did before, make sure to look at the syllable as we read the syllable so that you can make the connection between the syllable and the sound. Here we go. Ka, ka,
Ka,
ka, ka, ka, ka. That was great.
no, it wasn't.
Now let's learn the second consonant, and it's nian, and nian is written like this. Nian is basically a flipped over version of kiok, and its sound is similar to N sound in nail and snow. So it's n, n. Let's make that sound together. Repeat after me.
No,
N,
it's a no.
n,
No.
n.
Then you add a vowel of A.
Okay, so similar to the previous practice, we'll combine near and the vowel sound ah. So it's n, ah, n, ah, na, na. Repeat after me. Na, na.
Nah. Yeah, sorry if I'm not sounding
Nah.
enthusiastic about this.
Na.
Part of it, is that this much I have done. The big problem with me has always been that I would do for 2 days and then I would forget about it, or like just not pay attention, or just like not build any consistency. Part of doing these videos is really just to build a consistency for this, and just sit my ass down and learn. So I have done this much in the past.
Nah.
Just something would
Nah.
happen, like even recently I was building
Excellent
a
job.
consistency. Then
Now let's read the
then certain health complications came about.
two syllables together. Repeat after me. Kana,
Khana.
kana.
Khana. For those of you who don't know, khana in Hindi means food. Khana.
Kana, kana. Kana, kana. You're doing really well. Well done.
I'm not.
Okay, so in this final practice, you're going to do some independent reading.
Was that a word that meant something? What the fuck?
You're going to read two syllables containing kiok and nian, and you're going to go first, and then you can listen to me reading them to see whether you've read them correctly. Let's go straight into it. Here we go.
Khana.
Kana, kana.
Okay. This is Nakha.
Naga, naga.
That's another thing you realize I forgot already. Like where where the alphabet is placed in the whole structure changes the sound. So when our gyok was in the beginning, it made a kh sound. When it's like at the end, it makes a g sound. Naga.
Kaga, kaga.
Khaga. Khana.
Kana, kana.
Khana.
Nana, nana.
Okay.
Naga, naga. That was fantastic. Well done.
Yeah, it wasn't. I shit the bed on that one.
Hi, welcome back. And this is the second lecture on learning the basic consonants. And we're going to focus on tigit and lir.
Dude.
The first consonant letter is tigit. And it kind of looks like a square with one of its sides missing. Tigit is written like this. Tigit is similar to the D sound in English in day and doctor. So it's d, d. Let's say that together. Repeat after me and make sure to look at the letter as you make the sound.
D.
D,
D.
d. D.
D.
Okay, so similar to the previous lesson, we're going to combine tigit and the vowel sound a and practice reading the syllables. So when we combine tigit and a, it's d, a, d, a, da, da, Let's read that together. Repeat after me. Ta, ta,
Tha,
ta, 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 ta.
tha.
That was great. The second consonant for this lesson is lil, and lil is written like this. Lil is similar to the L sound in lie and snow, so it's l, l. Let's make this sound together. Repeat after me and make sure to look at the consonant letter. L, L.
My battery is dying, and of course it is.
L.
You know, we will continue these lessons tomorrow. I'm sorry about this. This is the story of my life, and that's the end of that. Sorry about that, people. But yeah, I will definitely try to. What try to? I will maintain consistency about these things. Uh, Tomorrow we will pick up the consonants again. With language in general, like this is what I've realized. Like it's not a matter of what you learn; it's a matter of what you don't forget. Really, because I would make significant progress, then drop it for a day, and then it would just fly out of my head or something. So. The most important thing is consistency, and that's what we are going to do in these videos. I do plan on mastering like basic Korean. Like I will not sound like an asshole by the end of these 15 days. When I try to speak Korean, at least like a Korean person will appreciate that this guy is trying. In the beginning I would more than likely sound offensive at how bad I am, so that is not going to happen. But yeah, basic Korean we will master this in 15 days. Is the plan already. It's not up to a great start, because I had planned to finish the consonant section of this like in one video, and it's already not going according to the plan. But yeah, I don't have the charger, or I would have done this right now. I would have plugged in the charger, and we would be continuing. But let's see, 15 by 15 sessions we would be on Korean vocabulary builder. Fuck no, we would be way ahead of it. Like uh, yeah, we would be. Yeah, basic Korean definitely will be under our grasp by the end of 15 days. So yeah, this is what we are going to do. Sorry for not a very uh, consistent start, but yeah, we shall overcome, or something along those lines. I sound so corny. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Those who watched, not a lot of people are watching these videos, and that has its own charm. Just sitting there watching and making videos like a lot of people are watching when you know they are not. That alone has its own charm. It's a fun in its own ways, and we are going to have some fun with this. Like by the end of 15 days I should be able to like write comments. I will do some exercise. I found some online tools that teaches you Korean typing as well. So if we know basic vocabulary and basic, like we will start leaving some comments in Korean. We will in Korean content creators videos. That's what we are going to do, because ultimately this is for that fun. Like part of the allure of learning a different language is really just to open up a different world. Like if you just look at it, like Korea has had a great internet service for like more than for like more than 2 decades, and that's not the case with India, of course. in India, like it has only been like last like 7 and 8 years that we've had like great internet, and it still doesn't compare to what Koreans have had. So they have a very rich like posting culture, and some of the stories, like if you translate it, like people just like watch Korean pop and stuff, and it's cool if you do, if you like that stuff. To me, all of it sounds the same, and all the Korean dramas, oh, they all sound the same. My sister watches them, and like every time I would go, like every they have the same storylines all the time. So if you are into that, you are into that. But Korea is a lot more than their drama and their pop music. The most interesting thing about Korea is how people interact online, because my god, they are like I think they're like there's a culture of posting anonymously behind something and nobody knows, and then they will just vent about shit, like like I don't know, like the I don't want to sound offensive, so I'm not going to go there. It will sound like I'm stereotyping or something. I'm an Indian. I can't have that going. Like people will come for my Indianness if I did that. We don't want that. Uh, but yeah, uh, this is what we are going to do. I'm not good at this. You can already tell. Like it's hard for me to look at a camera and talk. I feel like a toolbox. Like I feel like a fool just doing this. Maybe I will get comfortable. Maybe I will never get comfortable. This has never been about making a big YouTube channel and making a lot of money. I don't have huge aspirations as far as like making building a YouTube career. I don't think like a whole lot of people are interested in a guy sitting and watching videos and learning essentially. Not a whole lot of people are, the people who want to learn Korean will learn Korean. uh, the whole point is that if you are someone who struggles with laziness, procrastination, these are the things that I struggle with. Not everyone is naturally disciplined and naturally like driven and stuff. Some of us are not as gifted in those regards. So these videos really are just a way for me to, like, I at least have an excuse to sit my ass down and just go and watch these videos and learn and what have you. So that's what we are going to do. And if you're someone who's struggling with those same things, come struggle with me. Together we shall overcome and all that corny nonsense. It's not nonsense. And if you're someone who likes to laugh at other people's pain, here it is. Like already, like it was basic and I was flubbing my words, so that kind of stuff is going to happen. You can't help it, and I'm going to make an idiot of myself sometime. That's also going to happen. So that's what we are going to do. Thank you everyone if you watched, and if you didn't watch, what the fuck am I talking to you for? You didn't even watch. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm talking about. uh, that's what so thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. I will stream next day as well. We will do this consistently for 15 days, and yeah, hopefully by the end of the at the end of 15 days we would be good enough to start leaving comments and reading reading these micro blogs that Koreans have, so that a different world opens up to us. Thank you for watching everyone. If you are interested in data science, I learn data science and make videos about it too. So I have videos. I'll link them, I guess. I'll leave the links in the description and what have you. I'll just leave the playlist open if you are interested in data science. If you are interested in Korean, if you are interested in watching someone struggle learning Korean or data science, this is the channel for you. Thank you everyone.